So the same people who wrote all these headlines and made all these videos about the fact that Meghan and Harry were slumming, they never perhaps used the word slumming, but they certainly strongly insinuated that for Meghan and Harry to attend Kris Jenner's 70th birthday bash at the Bezos mansion in Los Angeles, that it was indeed slumming for the former working royals to be caught in this environment. I believe someone by the name of Elizabeth Holmes even went so far as to say how disappointed she was. She apparently received one of Meghan's gift boxes of her jams and so on. And she basically came out and said how the optics were really disappointing. And she cannot believe that Harry and Meghan were caught in this place, this venue with these types of people who make the types of headlines that they do. And, including, I guess, the Kardashians and the Bezoses, etc. And, she also even referenced the proximity that the Kardashians have to Donald Trump. So now she's trying to impute all of that onto Harry and Meghan. And this was someone who received her gift box of the gems. So the very same people, though, who were criticizing Harry and Meghan, stopping short of accusing Harry and Meghan of literally slumming, okay, I put that in quotes, are the very same people who are now are gleeful and gleefully reporting that Harry and Meghan's images were deleted by the Kardashians. Kris and Kim deleted all pictures of Harry and Meghan from their carousals on Instagram. I did a video about that earlier today. And in that video, I really was very skeptical about this story, this idea that Kris and Kim had deleted Harry and Meghan, although I was still not really sure. But at this point, having seen a few other videos about it, I'm still not sure. I'm still not 100% sure because I have no actual proof or evidence that these photographs were deleted, right? I don't follow any of the Kardashians on social media, and so I don't know if it's true that they were deleted or not. But it seems to be getting a lot of mileage all over social media. It's now the viral story. First, it was viral that Harry and Meghan showed up at the party. And of course, Meghan looked amazing. So did Harry. And there were all these stories about how she stole the show and so on. And she really just was elegant and beautiful and, remarkable, etc. And then all of a sudden, we had Kris coming out with some kind of statement because then there was a lot of backlash stories about the fact that Harry and Meghan had crashed the party. Harry and Meghan were awkward guests at the party. Harry and Meghan were unwanted at the party, etc. So we had the matriarch of the Jenner clan come out, the birthday girl herself, Kris Jenner, to say whatever she said. I did not read her statement, okay? But she said whatever she said. Fast forward 36 to 48 hours, and it's still what everybody is talking about. But now apparently the Jenners, the Jenners, Kris Jenner and Kim Kardashian specifically, have deleted all of the photographs that they took with Harry and Meghan. Is this true? Is this not true? Sussex Squad, help me out here. You guys know better than I do. If this is true, let's operate on the premise that this is true. Then the question becomes, what does this mean? Now, someone said in the comments that the Kardashians had deleted the photos of many people, not just Harry and Meghan. And what I said to that in my mind was, okay, yes, but that's BS. This is complete BS. Don't piss on my face and tell me it's raining. The one thing you just don't ever do is piss on my face and tell me it's raining because I know the difference, right? Now, and I say this with all due respect to the Kardashians, but we all know that nobody cared about any of the other guests at this party. No one was talking. I mean, in very fine print, sort of like footnotes, they may say, well, this person was there and that person was there. But in the end, we all know no one really, 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 really cares about the other guests. No, this is not me saying this. This is not me being the heavy. This is me observing the terrain, observing the reality of the thing. Look, on my own channel, if I don't talk about Harry and Meghan, no one cares either. No one cares. You only care if it's Harry and Meghan. That's a fact. And this is true even among the Kardashian clan, who themselves are used to getting a lot of attention. Meghan and Harry, they outshine them, they usurp them, they upstage them by their very presence so that everybody is talking about Harry and Meghan at the party rather than Kris Jenner at her own party, rather than Kris Jenner's daughters, Kim, Kourtney, and the others at the party, rather than all of the other guests at the party. So when you say to me, darling, that, well, she deleted all the photographs, I call BS. Right? I say to you, if any of those photographs were deleted, and I don't care how many, it was still an attack on Harry and Meghan. It was a snide kind of underhanded blow to Harry and Meghan. It was to put Harry and Meghan in a bad light in the press, because they all know that even if they deleted 1,000 guests who are faceless and nameless, that no one cares. But if Harry and Meghan are among that 1,000 people deleted, that's the story. The Kardashians are very clever. They are very media savvy. They know how this game is played. They know how to generate publicity. They know how to generate controversy. They know how to get their names in the press. They know how to keep their names in the press. They know how to promote their reality show, etc., etc., right? So Meghan and Harry are the hot story of the day. And if they did indeed delete any pictures and Meghan and Harry were among those deleted, that was an attack on Meghan and Harry by the Kardashians. And I say this with all due respect. Right? I don't say this to rile anybody up or to mess up anybody's friendship, because I'm quite sure that Harry and Meghan will continue to be friends with the Kardashian if this is true. This may not be true. This may not be true. I understand that. I'm just operating on the premise, hypothetically, if this is true. If this is true, the only conclusion I can draw is the Kardashians did it on purpose to drum up ratings for their show, to drum up controversy, to drum up drama, to drum up conflict, and to intentionally throw Harry and Meghan under the bus. But I'm sure they're still all going to be friends, because that's just the nature, I guess, of the way things are done in Tinseltown,